Welcome to my channel. My name is Silenthia, and I'm a mom who's trying to get her family to financial freedom. I have a part-time job. I also have an Etsy shop with Iamcassiejbudgets&vlogs. I'll link our shop as well as our freebies down below so you can grab them if you'd like. Today, you guys, we're going to count up my Christmas binder. I did put a little cash to Christmas, so I wanted to make sure that I am keeping track kind of what's going on with my envelopes. Now, I've been saying I was going to do a money count, and see how much is actually in here. Today's the day. I kind of want to know where I'm at. Let's see. I grabbed a tracker. It just has a little design on the back that I thought kind of went with the color scheme. I couldn't find a Christmas one with the colors that I was kind of looking for. But anyway, we're going to fill this out. Let's put Christmas 2025. Okay, because that's what we're working on. We're not going to necessarily worry about the dates, but we will put in the description. I'll just put the name of each envelope. I'm not sure what my money is. All right, I've gone ahead and written out each of my categories for Christmas that I am actually working on. Now, I thought about putting this money into the bank. I still might. I'm not certain yet. What I'm doing at this point is just getting a count so I know where I'm at. Then I'll sort through the rest. At this point, I just am not 100% committed to putting the money in the bank. Maybe I'll put anything that's $100 or more in the bank, and I will grab some prop bills. That might be the best way to go. We'll figure this out though. Let's do this. All right, so first up we have Victor. Victor has 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 82. $182. Okay, now this is important because my kiddos, I have a goal of $200 for each of their envelopes. That means I'm very close. Next up, we'll move on to Vincent. He should have the exact same amount. 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 82. Yes. So I did inform my children that they will always have the same amount that I provide to them. So let's say I get $10. I'll split it, right, between them for Christmas. The only way they will see a difference is if something happens and say a kiddo breaks another kid's watch or something like that, and the mom says, well, that watch cost me $20 and she wants me to replace it. That money will come from Christmas. So that's why I tell them it's really important. Keep your hands on your own body, because that's really what would make things hard for you. That's where your money will start to dwindle, is if you're looking at having to replace things that you have ruined for somebody else. All right, so mommy has 50, 70, 90, 100. And this one is fully funded. So I think what we'll do is grab a prop bill for this money. Be right back. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed a prop $100. This $100 prop bill I got from Budgeting Soldier Girl. And I will link her because she has a lot of goodies in her shop as well that I think people could benefit from. Even if you're not really into savings challenges, or if you are trying to budget digitally or anything like that, it's a good place to find those prop bills. Okay, let's see here. And she's reasonably priced, by the way. That's the only reason I was able to purchase them. Because I do have my own prop bills that we used to sell, and then I have some that Cassie J made for me, and then I also have some that were freebies, but those were so pretty. I think slightly, maybe mentally, I was just obsessed, and that's why I was focused on getting them. All right, so miscellaneous is showing fully funded. Should have $50, 20, 40, 45, 50, and I do have a $50 prop bill. Should I, since it's fully funded, let me check. Okay, I did find a $50 prop. It is the same setup as the fully funded. These were from S&C Budget Creations. We did have them in our shop a while ago, but We haven't added them back in. I'm not certain we are. But I love the vellum look. So we're going to put that 50 in there as well. And I think what I'll do is I will... Oh, don't want to tear that up. I'm just going to put a little star next to the envelopes I'm completely unstuffing, and then figure out how I'm going to work the rest of this as we go along. And I'm making this up as I go along. I was just going to do a money count. So special gift is a gift from my mother who passed away. 20, 40, 60, 81. So we're going to add a $100 prop here. This one, Budgeting Soldier Girl. See what I mean by how cute they are? It's different prints. They're a lot of fun. So we're going to take this 100 from Special Gifts. Okay. All right, and then PTO week 1 is showing fully funded. And we have 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 20, 40, 45, 50, 350 in week 1. Okay, and now I need to figure out what I want to do. Okay, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 300 and put it in the bank, and then I'll leave the $50 star note, and then I'll put $300 props in here. That's what my plan is. Okay, so what I'll do is 100, 150, 200, 250, 270, 290, 95, $300. Okay. And then we will put 300 in the bank. That makes perfect sense to me. And we will grab some prop bills. 1, 2, 3. I have to make sure they don't say 1,000 on them because most of my prop bills have 1,000. Let's put the real money on top. Nah, we want the hundreds on the top so we know we're making progress. There we go. All right, so 350 for the first week, and that was, I'm surprised I didn't think of what to do ahead of time, but that was a little bit more stressful than it needed to be, huh? Moving on to week 2, 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 6, 7. So 107. Should I feel like that's a 107. I feel like that's a good number to just leave alone. I don't think we want to. Do I want to put PTO week 2? We're going to leave in cash. We're going to try to get that one up to 350, and then we'll figure out if we're going to take the 300 out of there. I kind of just want to make sure I have cash on hand. If for any other reason I need the cash, I want to have access to it. I don't want all of this cash sitting here. I didn't realize how much it was exactly, so that's why I was like, I think it's a little more than I'm comfortable with having in my home, but I like having real cash. I think what we'll do is we'll pull $100 from my first kiddo, and this is just going to notate how much is in the bank and then how much is in cash total, or how much they have, each envelope has total. This is a prop bill I got as a freebie from, it's Sincerely Roxy Designs. I got it a long time ago, and one of the things I noticed is that sometimes when I go back to locate a YouTube channel or something, it's under a different name. Their shop name doesn't match their channel name or something of that nature, and I can't locate them. I will do my best, or at least have the name added. Even if it's not linked, I'll have it added down below. But I do have, this was freebies, so I know people like freebies. I like freebies. And let's take 100 from my other kiddo to put into the bank as well, and then we will use another prop bill. Okay, and then let's see, we've gotten prop bills. So the only one that is not getting any prop bills today is my PTO week 2, because that's just $100, and I'm okay with that. But let me grab my calculator, because I want to just have a total amount of how much I have saved so far for Christmas. I did start at the beginning of January, and any chance I got to stuff my Christmas binder, I did. There were weeks and weeks where I wasn't putting anything into it. So what I will say is, if you are working on saving long term for Christmas, do whatever you can. At this point, I don't have any credit cards. I am working on trying to figure out if I want one. The last one I had went into collections, so I'm still paying on it. I did pay off two of my credit cards in collections at tax time, but I have a lot of work to do, because what I'm trying to do is get myself together. And I knew that by making the choice to separate myself from my soon-to-be ex-husband, that there would be a chance that money would be I just had to deal with it, whatever would happen. And so that's where I'm at with it. But anyway, this is wonderful, because what I noticed for myself is that I know people would say, just throw the money to debt. I can't. I did what I could so far. I'm doing what I can now, but I'm not going to overextend myself and not give myself the wins. I'm already doing so much. I need the wins, and this is a part of that. Let's see. Victor, 182, plus Vincent, 182, plus Mommy, 100, plus 50 for miscellaneous, which is like decorations, or if we want to go somewhere, do something, see the lights, get hot chocolates, whatever. Special gift, 100, and I mentioned that is a gift from my mother who passed away. I'm trying to come to terms with cutting that gift loose. I don't think it's necessary. My children understand she's passed away. There's nothing to expect from her. And so that's why I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just hanging on. And I don't want it to be morbid, or I don't want it to be something where my children don't enjoy it because it's coming from, you know, it's coming from their dead grandmother through their mom. You know, I don't want it to be an issue for them. And they said they don't mind. They love having, you know, gifts, but whatever works for me. So I think it's just helping me grieve, and I think it's just helping me keep us connected to her. Oh, okay, so $1,071 is what I have saved for Christmas. Okay, $1,071. Now let me explain something to you. I'm very low income. When I say very low income, I live below poverty. I make very frugal decisions on a day-to-day basis. I cut my children's hair. I give myself pedicures. Any way I can cut costs, I cut costs. We still go out to eat when I save the money to do it. We still have time together out and about when I save the money to do it. If I pick up extra shifts or something like that, when I work a little harder, then we can have those fun times together. This is the reason why I push so hard to make sure I'm saving something. Yes, Christmas is, yeah, I am going to buy my kiddos some stuff or give them money or whatever, and also myself. But my main priority for Christmas is to have time off with my children. During that Christmas break, I like to be home with my children. And I noticed that when I decided to take 3 weeks last year, this was a thing. I was going to do this thing. And so I have to continue on doing it. There's no way around it. However much money I can save will determine how much I can actually, how many weeks I can actually take off from work. We're looking good so far. We have 1 week off paid. I've got to work on the other weeks. Mommy and miscellaneous can actually go to PTO if I needed to. But you guys, let's count this money, the cash that is going to the bank, and we will see. Wow, I'm shaking. I can't believe it's that much money. Okay, anyway, let's see what we're taking to the bank. 1, 2, 3, 354, 455. 20, 40, 60, 80, 6, 20, 40, 60, 80, 7, 720, 730, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm taking $750 to the bank, which means I have $321 in cash. So let's put, I'm going to put $321 in cash, and then I will just erase this with my eraser, and then I will make sure to update it when it comes time. All right, and let's set that off to the side. And we have $750 to the bank. I'm gonna put $750, and I'm gonna put a little star, and I'm just gonna write bank here, so that way I know that money is in the bank. So I will have a savings account, because I spoke with my bank and they said you can have separate savings accounts. As long as you have a main checking account, you can have separate savings. And so I'm just going to put this money into a savings account, so it's not a whole bunch of cash sitting at home. Hopefully in the next few months I'll push through and we'll get a few more weeks of PTO, which I am working on 2 separate savings challenges to help me make those. I'm working on 2 separate savings challenges to help me reach those goals of getting a couple more weeks of PTO together. I don't know when I'll be stuffing my Christmas binder again. I've got to get myself together. Taking time off really does shift your brain. It does help, but it also, my situation, I was not 100% prepared to financially take it off. Mentally, I was ready. Emotionally, ready. Anyway, shape, form, or fashion besides financially. And I'm just grateful. I'm truly blessed, and I know that even under the circumstances, God is still moving in my life. He's still making a way for me. He's still providing. And I think that people who believe understand, and people who don't, still, there's something that you're manifesting. You're thanking the universe. You're standing still in your own free will and saying you've done it. Something is keeping you motivated. My God is a good God, and He always takes care of His daughter. I'm telling you, people, might giggle when I say this, but God is a girl dad. He meets you, especially as a woman, right where you are. People say in the Bible, men had to climb mountains, and He met His daughters right where they stood. So anyway, we're going to thank God for these blessings. I'm taking $750 to the bank today, so that way this money will not be sitting in my home, right? And I'm prepared for Christmas. I just need to make sure I keep track of what I've got going on, make sure these funds are in a safe location, and we're going to keep chucking along. I think it's really important to do so. But that's it for now, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of the things that can keep us connected. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.